Why is he out? Was a taser deployed?
Your Honor, when the
I think that's either yes or no. Was a taser deployed?
Your Honor, as soon as saw him, she pointed the taser at him. He was running and pointed the taser.
I didn't ask that, Ms. Gaines. I did not ask that. Was the taser deployed?
Yes, it was.
Did an officer have to draw their weapon?
I did not see that. I could not see that on the video. Again, Your Honor, he's 20 years old. He has no prior history on an unarmed young man.
I mean, Ms. Gaines,
This guy, Brat, walked into court after allegedly attacking 2 police officers, punching them, twisting one officer's fingers so badly he needed medical treatment. And on top of that, he's accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend. Honestly, the whole case is insane. He's clearly a danger to society, yet his lawyer is doing everything possible to convince the judge to let him stay out of jail. Now Judge Simpson has to decide, does someone like this deserve another chance, or should he be locked up where he can't hurt anyone else? The defense argued that Brat couldn't keep his job or attend school under house arrest. They claimed he was enrolled in online cybersecurity classes and simply needed permission to work and continue his education. They also agreed to no contact orders with the victim. But the prosecutor immediately pushed back, pointing out that Brat's bond was set at $5,000 cash when the state had requested $50,000. She laid out the details. Brat had assaulted his ex in 2 separate locations, shoved her in public, and when police tried to intervene, he resisted violently. He picked up 5 charges, and one officer's finger was injured so badly he had to see a specialist. Another officer had to pull a taser, and yet another drew his gun just to get the situation under control. Judge Simpson was shocked, asking directly why someone with both a domestic violence case and an officer injury was even out on bond. The defense tried to downplay everything, saying Brat only pulled away and officers fell, but the state's version painted a very different picture. Brat punched officers, twisted fingers, and fought back until weapons had to be drawn. That's not a misunderstanding. That's a violent confrontation. Watching the defense lawyer try to twist it into a harmless panic reaction was almost laughable. He's 20 years old, not a child, and punching police officers in the face isn't something you can excuse as inexperience. The excuses only got weaker. The lawyer claimed one domestic violence charge was just him taking back his computer and another was just a shove. Then she argued he needed to be allowed to work, even though he didn't even have a job at the moment. It felt less like a legal defense and more like stalling. Judge Simpson wasn't buying it. He admitted he didn't even understand why Brat was out on bond in the first place, and while he didn't raise it right then, he strongly suggested the bond amount should have been higher. In the end, he denied the request to loosen restrictions and kept everything exactly the same. And honestly, that was the right call. Brat is a 20-year-old accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend and then violently fighting 2 police officers. That's not youthful stupidity. That's someone who doesn't respect the law at all. His lawyer only made herself look worse by pretending these were small misunderstandings when the facts clearly show otherwise. At the end of the day, Brat is lucky he's even out right now because with charges like these, most people would still be sitting behind bars. Pull a taser, and yet another drew his gun just to get the situation under control. Judge Simpson was shocked, asking directly why someone with both a domestic violence case and an officer injury was even out on bond. The defense tried to downplay everything, saying Brat only pulled away and officers fell, but the state's version painted a very different picture. Brat punched officers, twisted fingers, and fought back until weapons had to be drawn. That's not a misunderstanding.